Let's have a look at example 3. It's on page 468 and 469. 1. Find the sum to 8 terms of the geometric series 7, 28, 112, 448. Now they've told us it's a geometric series, so all we need to do is to find R. We know U1 is 7. Now to find R, we already know it's geometric, so we just have to put, for example, here 28 divided by 7, or 112 divided by 28, or 448 divided by 112. So let's put 28 divided by 7, and we find R is equal to 4. What we're saying is that when you multiply 7 by 4, you get 28. When you multiply 28 by 4, you get 112. When you multiply 112 by 4, you get 448. Now we're going to use a formula here. The formula is S with an N here is equal to U1 times R to the N minus 1 divided by R minus 1. And so U1 is 7, R is 4, N is 8, because it says the sum to 8 terms. So we're adding up term 1, term 2, term 3, all the way up to term 8. We're adding them all together this time. And it's a big number, obviously. So we've got 4. Okay, that's R to N, the nth power. That's how many terms? 8. Minus 1 divided by R minus 1. And we get 152,915. Okay, let's have a look at 2. When Kenzo starts Bright Academy, the school fees are Japanese yen 2,500,000. The fees increase by 2% each year. Kenzo attends the school for a total of 6 years. So if there's an increase, that means this number, every year it's going to get larger by 2%. And as we've seen before, you can't just use 2 over 100 because the number would get smaller. You've got to use 1 plus 2%. And that's going to be our R. So in this case, it's going to be 1.02. And it says write down the common ratio. So when it's 2%, it goes up by 1.02. Okay, so you multiply by that. Calculate the school fees in year 6. Okay, so that's the first year there. So that's U1 times R, which is 1.02 to the power of n minus 1. Well, if it's year 6, n is 6, so that would be 6 minus 1 is 5. And we get 2,760,202 yen, or 276 man 202 yen. Okay, question C, calculate the total fees. Now we've got our year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, the 6 years that he attended the school. So we're going to add U1, and we said U1 was 2,500,000. We know that year 6 is 2,760,202. Okay, so we're going to add them all up. So we've got to find out what it is in year, what the second year cost was, what the third year cost, and we could add them all up with a calculator, or we can use our formula here. Okay, now because R is greater than 1, we're going to use this formula. Remember, there's 2 formulas you can use. So we've got in here U1 is 2,500,000, and R is 1.02, and here to the power of 6, because that's n, there's 6 years we're checking, minus 1, and that's 1.02 minus 1. So the answer is 15,770,302 there, or 1,577,300 yen. Let's have a look at 3. The second term of a geometric sequence is 6, and the fourth term is 24. All the terms are positive. Now we're talking terms here. So it says find the first term in the common ratio. All right. So over here we've got, well, we know that the second term is U1 times R, so that equals 6. Also the fourth term is U1 times R, which would be the second term, and then it's times R, which would be the third term, and then it's times R again, that'd be the fourth term, so that's R cubed. and that equals 24. Okay, so if we just divide this one by that, and then we have u4 divided by u2, and then we have u1 times r cubed, and u1 times r, and that equals 24 divided by 6, and that equals 4. So r equals 2. So r could be plus or minus 2, but it tells us that all the terms are positive, so r has to be positive, because the other two terms they gave us are positive. And if we know r, then we know the second term is u1 times r equals 6 there. So we know r, we know 6, so u1 must be 3. It says you do not need r minus 2 because all the terms are positive. Okay, we said that. And now it says find the sum of the first 10 terms, so we use the formula again. Now we know that r is 2, so we're going to use this particular form of the formula. Well, we know the first term is 3, r is 2. It says summation to the 10th term, so n is 10 minus 1, and on the bottom is r minus 1 or 2 minus 1, and that is 3069.